Today, from Denver, it's week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Denver Broncos taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with Joe Flacco and the Baltimore Ravens. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. So here come the Ravens now, ready to get the football for the first time. They'll be led by a longtime starter in the NFL in his 14th season, a former Super Bowl MVP, and that's Joe Flacco.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 10 carries, 70 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And Bronco fans have to be so excited because Von Miller missed 2020 with an ankle injury, suffered just days before the season opener. An 8-time Pro Bowler, the all-time sack leader for the Broncos, and the active leader in the NFL. They're happy to welcome him back.
3rd and long for Joe Flacco. This is intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. So and out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal calling.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after him.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Drops this one off to Portis. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And this one is right through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback. Now Joe Flacco and the offense heading back out onto the field. He'll look to shake off the interception on the opening drive. He should at least be comforted that it resulted in 3, not 6.
And if I were him, I would be the guy all the way out on the field greeting my defense now, saying thanks a lot. You held them to a field goal after I turned it over. That's a big defensive stand for them. He needs to go out now and make up for what he did on the first drive.
Well, no matter your experience level as a quarterback, you throw an interception on that first drive, maybe a little shaken up. Nice response there to get their first down.
I think you make an excellent point. I don't care who you are. You throw an interception, it's going to get to you a little bit. But the ones that we've seen that are the best, you never notice it. They don't come to the bench, throw their helmets, they don't do any of that. They just go back out the next drive and act like it never happened. And that's what we're seeing here.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. On the handoff, here's Lewis running right. Had a great strong move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Flacco looks to throw. He finds Smith out of the backfield. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 39. On the handoff, Lewis. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Now Lewis here on first down. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A break from the ground game here. Flacco. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Davis. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Plummer. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Play action. Plummer. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on third down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. On the return is Jones. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Joe Flacco and company heading back out onto the field. He's completed 4 passes so far in this game. The issue is 2 of them have been to the guys in the wrong colored jersey.
So I'd say there's a little bit of clouded vision, right? Sometimes he sees clearly, sometimes he doesn't. I know on the sideline they'll be going over things and talk about what the coverages are and what they're seeing. So you used to look at the snapshots, now you look at the Microsoft Surface Pro. He's got to analyze what he's seeing and be more accurate with the ball.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Flacco. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off near the 34. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Joe Flacco here. We get a peek at what he's done so far in this game. And I guess right now as we look at some of his struggles today, the term next play really applies here. He's got to move on.
I love where your head is on that because that's where his head needs to be. Exactly what you said. Yes, there have been mistakes made, but he's got to move on and play the next play as if it didn't happen. Keep his confidence up. But how about the guys on the defensive side of the ball? They've got to be feeling great about what's going on right now. They've already gotten to him a few times. They want to keep that up. Maybe they can pick off a few more.
Yeah, they disrupted already for 3 INTs. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's a give. Lewis running left. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Flacco. That'll be caught by Rice. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not 1 bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Denver's offense ready to go again. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Well, look at the numbers for Sharp a week ago. 8 catches, 74 yards.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
To throw on second down. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. Back to throw. Plummer. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On 1st and 10, Plummer. Quick slant. Field just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. That's 30 yards now in the last 2 plays. Back-to-back 15-yarders, and they're rolling.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's a give to Davis. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now here's Davis to run again on 2nd. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Plummer looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Flacco from midfield. Now a hit, and Flacco drops the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Broncos. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a 2nd time.
Extra point attempt here still to come. He's got it, and it's 17-0. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our score as they kick this one away. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll start off with a give to Lewis. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. 17-0 our score after 1. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. They'll try to run for it. Lewis. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Lewis. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. He finds his man, complete. That's Clayton. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Now Flacco. He finds his man, complete. That's Rice. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to make it 4th down.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. A 1st down carry for Davis. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff to Davis. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Plummer. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And it'll be 1st and goal at the 7-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Tackling's obviously critical down near the goal line. That was great work there to make the hit behind the line and make sure he doesn't get any further. Did a really nice job wrapping up and not letting him loose.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Flacco from the gun. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. From the gun, Flacco. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens cut into that lead. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And it's 17-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He personally is playing poorly, but the bottom line is his team's winning. He probably feels, oh, hey, if I can right the ship, we can really extend this lead.
Just try and get back to being the player he knows he can be and continuing to be the...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. Think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now it's Flacco. He finds his man, complete. That's Rice. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Flacco. He finds his man, complete. It's Clayton. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They're going to run this with a tight end. It's Kareem Jackson making the play defensively. Second and 5 now. Flacco. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Passing play. Flacco sets up the screen to Lewis. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens draw a bit closer.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Tucker now to add the point after. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
On second down, Davis. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And Davis, he's not going to get there. Unable to make it to the yellow line. They stop him short.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and out will come the offense as they take over.
And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession.
And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Lewis. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
From the 39, Flacco. And the Broncos get there and take him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one. And scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given.
Now the ball comes loose, and the Ravens have got it.
A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
So the fumble recovery, now Flacco to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Another try after the first down sack. Flacco. Looking left side, and it's complete. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Over the middle to Smith. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. To pass, Flacco. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On 2nd and goal, Flacco. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And the Broncos force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And it was somewhat of a strange first half. He threw 3 interceptions, yet you look at the scoreboard, they've got the lead.
So you know what I think he did at the half? He stood up in front of the team, especially in front of the defense, and said, thank you. Appreciate what you've done. You guys have picked me up in a big way. And guess what? I'm going to get back to being who I am, which is pretty darn good. Let's go play the second half.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Thomas has got it, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Plummer. And Walker has it. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Looking to throw. Plummer to the right side and complete to Thomas. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Plummer. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half.
Their defense did its job, forcing the takeaway there to start the half, and now can the offense follow suit?
And you'd better believe that one side of the ball feeds off the work of the other, so they'll want to come out, establish some rhythm, and go down and take the lead.
On 2nd and 9, Flacco. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. Flacco fakes the give, sets to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Flacco. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now Flacco. Throw left side, completion to Rice. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 3rd and 4, he did just enough, and I mean just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass. He's got his man. It's Andrews.
No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. Here's 7. Here's Flacco. He's got Smith here. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Throwing here on first down, Flacco.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. But we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 39.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Bootleg, Flacco. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Clayton. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. First down. It's Lewis. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Lewis. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
41 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Here's Flacco. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
From the 5, here's 2nd and 2.
This is Lewis on the handoff. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a nice second effort we just saw there, so I'm trying to get to the end zone, but a lot of times near the goal line, that second effort can lead to disaster. Make sure you hold on to the football because there's going to be guys swarming when you're carrying it.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Setting up to throw, Flacco. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown! A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a give, left side, it's Portis. And he'll take this ahead for about 4, 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
On 2nd down, it's Davis. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From the gun on 3rd down, Plummer, he gets it to Thomas. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, Plummer. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Well, when you time those screen passes perfectly, they can work perfectly, but that time it took a little too long to develop.
And you zeroed in on exactly what makes that play go. Timing. Because if the timing's off at all, those unblocked defenders coming at the quarterback, they'll put him on the deck.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Back to throw. Plummer, and Thomas has it. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Plummer, he'll drop this off for Davis. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 20-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Davis.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Back to throw. Plummer. Over the middle, open is Thomas. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Looking to throw. Plummer. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. Thought they'd run the football there on 3rd and inches. Decided to try to pass it, and obviously it did not pay off.
Yeah, that is conventional wisdom. You don't have far to go to pick up the first down. I wonder if they overthought it a little bit. Thought maybe they'd catch them napping and get a big play over the top. Instead, the sack occurred.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
Joe Flacco here. We get a peek at what he's done so far in this game. And this game a little tough to figure out. He's got the 4 interceptions as we take a look at the struggles. They're winning, though.
If this were a movie, the script would be rejected by everyone in town because this isn't how it's supposed to be. The guy throwing the ball is supposed to be the hero, not the GOAT. But now he's got to find a way to make plays down the stretch that don't hurt his team anymore. Because
Von Miller there on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw here. He finds his man, complete. It's Rice. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Throw left side, complete. That's Rice. And he will have a Ravens first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
Brandon, a lot of times you'll see running backs rotate in and out of the game, whether it's completed pass, a good run, it doesn't matter. Here, not only does he stay in, but they go right back to it, and he makes another nice play. Back-to-back catches.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Lewis. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 70 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Flacco and the Ravens now, after the sack, need something good here on 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, Didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. They'll set up a throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 13-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They try again with Lewis. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Lewis. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. So the Broncos now down by 4, a minute 54 on the clock. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. They'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Walker. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. And that's complete to Davis. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. He dumps this off underneath. Here's Davis. And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. He's back to throw. Smith catches left side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 47. And the Ravens have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Lewis. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
On third down, Rice. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Flacco now on fourth. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception.